WDW Radio, your information station.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the WDW Newscast and WDW Radio Live. My name is Lou Mongello from WDWRadio.com. As you know, I'm also the author of the Walt Disney World trivia books, the audio tours of Walt Disney World, and I'm trying to help you enhance your enjoyment and appreciation of Walt Disney World through the podcast, videos, live broadcasts, and so much more. Thank you for joining us tonight. In this week's Walt Disney World news, there's actually not a lot going on as far as specific Disney news, but there's a couple of things I did want to point out to you, including something that may not be on your radar and something very much to look forward to, especially if you're coming in the fall. First things first, you may not realize, we talk about Disney World, how important the cast members are to the experience, right? We love Disney, not necessarily because of Dumbo and Cinderella and the food. All right, maybe it's the food, but it's really because of the cast members. Those are the ones that make the difference in our everyday experience. Well, what you may not know is so many of those cast members are talented, not just in the parks, but spend so much time volunteering themselves as well, too. And a lot of them are also talented in other ways as well, too. And what you may not know is coming up again this weekend, up to more than 500 Disney cast members are going to be performing in a Broadway-style show with proceeds benefiting local nonprofits. They turn into singers and dancers and actors, and they're going to be performing in Finding Wonderland, which is a Broadway-style show, proceeds going to A Better Life Pet Rescue. It premiered this past Sunday at the Disney's Hollywood Studios Premiere Theater. It's going to come back again tomorrow through Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. If you are local, if you are vacationing here, I highly recommend coming and checking the show out. Tickets are only $15 to $35. It's just $10 for kids. If you visit EncoreCentral.org, you can find out more. You do not need park admission for this event. Parking is not included, though. You will need to pay for parking unless you are an annual pass holder, DVC member, Tables in Wonderland, etc. But again, between $15 and $35, all the proceeds go this year to A Better Life Pet Rescue. In the past, they've donated to Dr. Phillips Center for Performing Arts, United Arts of Central Florida, Juvenile Diabetes, A Gift for Teaching, and Base Camp Children's Foundation, among many, many others. It has been going on for about 10 years, was founded back in 2002. It's donated all the proceeds from ticket sales since that time to local charities, raising more than $175,000. I have a number of friends, I know some of whom are watching live and in the box, they're already talking about this as well, who are huge fans of Encore. And if you've been to the Destination D event last year, we saw some of those members from Encore come out for the grand finale on one of the presentations days and literally just blew the crowd away. Well, those were all cast members, and they're all volunteers. They are incredibly talented. I'm going to try and make it out this Sunday. Again, it's EncoreCentral.org. I'll put the link in the show notes this week. Some people are saying, yeah, I wish I could be there. I've never heard of this before. I wish I could be there. I do remember seeing it. Again, I know friends like Glenn and Scott, who are on the show with us all the time, consistently go out to see him. I know they're going to go out to see it again this week. It's a great show. Talented cast members. You may see them in very different roles. And again, it all goes to local charities as well, too. I have not seen any of the videos on YouTube, but they are cast members that are definitely frontline cast members in the parks, but they are from all over the resort. Reading some of the questions here in the chat room as well, too. So yeah, if you are definitely local, I suggest trying to get out there this weekend. $15 to $35 for a show in the studios, in a beautiful venue, by the way, over at the Premiere Theater. So if you have seen it, if you're going to see it, please let me know. Email me or post on the comment section for this week's show. Let me know your thoughts about Encore at the Hollywood Studios Premiere Theater this weekend. All right, let's get from music and dance to things that I cannot do, to eating in Walt Disney World, something I do clearly very, very well, because I know you're excited for it. I get questions about this week in, week out, 365 days a year, although I'm talking about weeks and it should be 52 weeks a year. You know what I mean? Free dining, I said free, is back at Walt Disney World. Last Monday, Disney announced free dining for Disney Visa card members, of which you should be. You could save a ton of money that way. But now it's also available to all guests. Just a few days ago, I think on Thursday, Valid for stays, here comes the legalese, most nights starting September 30th through December 13th. So September 30th through October 4th, the 19th of October through November 1st, November 9th through the 15th, 23rd. So there's limited dates up until December 13th. And you do need to book a package. It is not for room only. So if you do a package that includes room, tickets, dining, everybody in the room has to have the same package, same length of stay tickets. If you're staying at a value resort, so Pop Century, one of the all-star resorts, you receive the free quick service dining plan. If you're staying in a moderate, deluxe, or a villa, you get the standard dining plan. If you want to upgrade to either the standard or the premier or the platinum all-you-can-eat pretty much dining plan, you can do so. You'll just have to pay the difference in price in order to participate. Minimum length of stay, 3 nights with 2-day base tickets. Maximum stay is 14 days. Again, there are some blackout dates in there. A couple of caveats, as always. Campsites, 3-bedroom villas, and the Little Mermaid standard rooms over at Art of Animation are not included in this offer, and you must book by September 29th in order to take advantage of this offer. I highly recommend, as you always know, going over to mousefantravel.com. They can book these packages for you. They can answer any questions. It can get confusing with the blackout dates and when one date starts, one date finishes, what you get from quick service versus full service dining plan. So they can definitely help you out. But the question that I have for you is this something that incentivizes you to visit Walt Disney World? Is this one of the things that you say, well, look, I know consistently Disney has released free dining. Is this what you wait for? You know it comes traditionally in the fall. So do you try and schedule your vacations when you can take advantage of it? Do you wait for it? Or do you not take advantage of it at all? Some people like to book their packages individually, take care of their own airfare, hotels, tickets, dining, everything like that, where this package wouldn't come into play. For some people, they say, well, we're not really into food. We don't eat a lot. This package is not really for us. We'd rather try and save money. Because remember, you're going to be paying rack rates for the rooms, but you do save very much on food. So depending on how you vacation, I think is an important determining factor on, is this right for you? That is where an authorized Disney vacation planner like mousefantravel.com can definitely help you out there. So some people are saying, Disney Freak says, yes, this is definitely something we look forward to. Other people are saying, well, now that we're DVC or a Tables in Wonderland holder, myself, I'm an annual pass holder, they don't have something like this, although I wish they did. I wish they did have some sort of an incentive or a free dining program beyond Tables in Wonderland for annual pass holders and DVC members. Some people are saying, yes, this is very much a good incentive. They like booking these packages and then taking care of the airfare themselves. Some people are saying, I don't like to plan my days around meals with the dining plan. You have to do that. They would rather cook themselves in a DVC villa. Other people are saying, yes, this definitely works for me. And I know a lot of people, based on the emails I get, this is what they wait for. This is the package they wait for in order to book their trip. And they've actually altered when their vacations are. I'll definitely have to have Becky on the show and talk about this some more as far as how free dining affects, and is it the right value for you? Is it the best thing for you to do, depending on how you and your family visit? So Jensen says, I used a quick service meal plan last trip and I liked it, but since this is a non-discounted room, not necessarily so interested. So you need to sort of balance, can I get a better deal maybe on booking my own room only at a value resort and then just changing maybe how I eat through the parks, eating breakfast in the room, late lunch, sharing meals for dinner. There's lots of different ways to save on dining as well too. So LLT Jake says it's a great value, but if you have 2 younger siblings that don't eat much, their dining plan points potentially can be wasted. I've actually heard some people say on some of the bigger dining plans, they actually left with credits or a bag full of Rice Krispie treats. And I'm not kidding, because they had so many snack credits left after using their table and counter service that they literally, the Rice Krispie treats, they travel well. Wrap them up in saran wrap, throw them in some Ziploc bags, put them in your carry-on bag, and you've got Rice Krispie treats for ad infinitum when you go home. Although I have seen people bring home turkey legs. I kid you not. Wrap them again in layers of saran wrap, put them in Ziploc bags, and then try and explain it to security why you have a 7-pound turkey leg on the way home. So yeah, I'm just sort of watching the chat going through. Becky says, sometimes the offer, including free dining, is not the best value for your particular situation, always compare. I think that's the best way to do it. That's where a travel agent can sort of help you wade through a lot of number crunching and can talk to you about how you guys vacation as well too. I would love to hear from people who are either listening via iTunes or watching on YouTube or on the blog, sort of time shifted after the live show. Is the free dining important to you? Do you circle it on the calendar? Is this on your radar? Is this what you wait for? Or if you haven't sort of participated before, is this something that now in a down economy says, yeah, you know what? My family and I can go to Walt Disney World. We'll stay at a value resort. We've got the quick service dining plan. This now makes it affordable. And because it's a package, easy for us as well too. I would love to hear your thoughts, pros and cons. Lay them out for me. And for those who are interested in free dining, leave it in the comment section on YouTube or again, in the WDW Radio blog as well too. That is going to do it, technically speaking, for this week's Walt Disney World News, but I did want to remind you, if you're listening or if you're watching live or in the box, I want to tell you about a new contest going on over at WDWRadio.com. As you remember, back in February, it was our 5-year. I can't believe it's been that long. It's actually been longer. I've been doing it since 2005, but WDW Radio has been in existence for 5 years. And thanks to a listener inspired idea, we participated in some random acts of Disney magic along the way in our 5 hours in the Magic Kingdom. And it was everything from handing out $5 bills to guests or buying 5 people popcorn on the popcorn line, giving 5 pins to kids around the parks. And we asked for nothing in return other than just letting people know that this was sort of part of the Disney spirit, part of the Disney magic, and paying that forward. Do something nice to somebody else. The response was great, and now, as we said that day, we are sort of planning a WDW Radio Random Acts of Disney Magic Challenge, where we're going to have goal setting and cards and prizes and activities and special events, and of course, a little bit of Disney magic, in air quotes. And we do have some prizes for this as well, too. But we want your help. We want your help. We're going to reveal the details of the challenge in the next coming weeks, but we want to have an image that really will kind of represent what this spirit of giving is, what the sort of Disney magic that we talk about really is. It's going to appear on the cards and materials, and we thought, what better the way than like when we did the Box People contest, the logo contest, to have you guys be involved, to have you really play an important role and have a vested interest in what this logo is going to be. So pick up your sketch pad if you're a pen and paper kind of guy or girl, or your iPad or Photoshop, whatever it may be, and come up with what you think is sort of the image that embodies this WDW Radio Random Acts of Disney Magic. You can visit the WDW Radio blog to find out more. You can send in your entries by August 3rd to Christy at WDWRadio.com. We're going to draw one winning entry for a very special WDW Radio gift pack as well too. So excited about what we have going on. Christy's doing a great job really getting this off the ground, and she has some great ideas for how we're going to do some of the things that we talked about that cast members do every day for those who are part of this WDW Radio family, and maybe some random people in the parks as well too. Couple other quick bits of housekeeping. If you are joining us, and you should be, really, on the WDW Radio cruise November 4th through the 8th, I am telling you, the cruise preparations are in massive full swing, as in way too long calls with Becky from Mouse Fan Travel and calls that aren't long enough with Richard Sherman, who, as you know, is our very special guest. We've got lots of special things coming up. And actually, next week, we are going to announce a tentative, this is the lawyer part of me, a tentative, subject to change without notice, but with notice, schedule of events. So you can start sort of planning your day, seeing a rough outline, sort of a skeleton and framework of what we have planned. Don't forget, too, if you want to participate in the fish extender exchange, where you don't actually exchange long fishes, as you know, if you've ever been on a Disney cruise before, your stateroom door has a little fish outside where it's a clamp that you can hang notes. Well, Mouse Fan Travel gives everybody a uniform fish extender where you can put in notes, or there's little pouches. Well, we're going to have sort of a fish extender exchange. If you want to participate, share sort of little gifts or notes with other people on the cruise, you can register for that again on the blog by August 15th. Again, stay tuned next week for more information about the cruise. Also, stay tuned for more information coming soon about our first annual, the inaugural WDW Radio e-ticket event, our evening at the American Adventurers Club with the secret society of historical American adventurers. It's hard for me to sort of explain this idea, but if you remember the Adventurers Club, the sort of theater that takes place all around you, well, on Friday, September 28th, starting at 7 p.m., we have the entire American Adventure Pavilion in Epcot, appropriately enough, since we're kicking off Epcot's 30th, and they will do a show for us that they have never done before. Private dinner, private show, lots of surprises, and special guests as well. Disney artists, Imagineers, and more. I can't share it all with you, but again, you definitely want to join us. Visit WDWRadio.com/events to find out more about that, to find out more about the cruise. I'll be broadcasting in just a couple weeks from the Pacific Northwest Mouse Meet on Saturday, August 3rd. What else? What else am I forgetting? Oh, speaking of events, I love connecting this way, live on the box. I love connecting in person because nothing beats a handshake and a hug. Don't forget, in just a couple of weeks, next Saturday, the 28th, our WDW Radio Meet of the Month in Walt Disney World. I'm going to be over at the Contempo Cafe. That's it. That's going to be it for this week's show. Please also don't forget to connect with me. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook, Pinterest, Google+, LinkedIn. Best way to find all those links, visit WDWRadio.com/connect. You can follow, friend, share, whatever it may be. A lot of different ways there as well, too. And please come by, rate and review the show. Very much appreciated over in iTunes. Really would appreciate it if you head over and do that as well. And if you're not listening live, make sure you come back next week and every week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern over at WDWRadioLive.com. In just a couple weeks, I'll be broadcasting live from Disneyland or Disney California Adventure. I'll be out there for the Destination D event. Stay tuned to the events page for more information. I want to thank all of you who are watching live, all of you who are chatting in the box as well, and anybody who is listening or watching on YouTube, on the blog, or via iTunes. Very much appreciate you coming by and sharing this with me tonight. So until next week, I hope you guys have a great week, everybody. Thanks again for watching. See ya.